Good morning, God's beloved. I have a story for you. The story that I have to share with you is called When God Gave Us the Gift of Words. As I share this story, I'm wondering if you think of all the words that you know, all the words that you've learned, and how you use these words. I have my friend Garfield to help me share the story today. One day, God decided to give words to people, but the angels objected. People will not know what to do with words. Words should belong only to angels. But God said, perhaps people will make something beautiful with words. Nothing could be more wonderful than what we do with words, the angels insisted. People will just mess them up. But God was intent on hearing words from the mouths of people. So God filled the angels' sacks with words and sent the angels to earth to spread the words. In some sacks, God put long, difficult words like omniscient and anti-disestablishmentarianism. And it was so. Because of the long, difficult words, dictionaries were created. In other sacks, God put silly words like gibberish, goop, and gosh. In one sack, God placed all the words that were hard to spell, like hors d'oeuvres. People will never know how to spell those words, said the angels. And it was so. Because of hard to spell words, God created spelling lists. Then God sent the angels to put words into the mouths of all the people. The angels did as God commanded. When the angels returned from spreading the words, they sat down with God and listened. It took some time for people to get accustomed to using words. Slowly, they let each word form in their mouths. Carefully, they added one to another, until they made sentences. When they got used to the words, they talked and talked and talked until the angels shouted, "Enough!" But God wanted to hear more. Then people twisted and turned words and made lies. They rolled words in the wet earth until they were covered with mud and created curses. People mixed words with sharp thorns, and gossip was born. The angels shouted, "Stop! What a mess people are making with our words." And God regretted giving words to people. God was about to send the angels to earth to take back all the words when God heard a new sound. People stirred soft music into words and sang lullabies. Words were mixed with dance, and poetry was born. People joined laughter to words and told jokes. The angels smiled and said to God, "Some of these jokes are very funny, and some are just silly." And it was so. For the silly jokes, God created groans, and for the truly funny jokes, God just laughed. People mixed words with midnight and wrote mysteries. When the angels listened to the mysteries, their wings trembled. People wove longing, thanksgiving, and hope into words and offered prayer. Imagination and words were joined together, and then there were stories. The angels listened and were enchanted. God asked the angels if they still wanted to gather all the words and bring them back to the heavens. The angels remembered the lies and the curses and the gossip that people had made with words. Nevertheless, the angels did not want to take back the words. They loved the songs and poetry that people had created. They giggled at the jokes and cried during the prayers. We must hear the end of the stories the people are telling, the angels pleaded. And it was so. People were allowed to keep the gift of the words. For the sake of the stories. Thanks for joining us. You are a beloved child of God. Go in peace.